Welcome back to Trading the Market. In today's video, I'm going to be looking back at the lay the half time correct score strategy. This one is a personal favourite of mine and one I've used for many years now. In a previous video, I relied on the data from the TTM spreadsheet, and the sheets still provide optimal data, but today I'll be showing you how to use Sports IQ's advanced filtering system to find the quickest and best trades. This strategy has been consistently profitable for me, offering a steady return over time. By carefully selecting matches based on key criteria like team form and scoring trends, using data I've been able to limit my exposure and capitalise on what I consider low risk opportunities. On average, this method yields consistent profits with relatively low variance when implemented with the correct execution, data and discipline, making it ideal for traders who prefer a balanced approach to risk management. What sets this strategy apart is its simplicity and adaptability, even in more unpredictable matches where goals seem uncertain. This system allows you to identify high-value trades and take advantage of market inefficiencies. With Sports IQ's advanced filtering, finding those optimal trades becomes even easier, giving you an edge in a competitive market. Although we primarily focus on betting exchange trading here at Trading the Market, we cover a broad spectrum of topics, including sports trading, betting strategies, and gambling techniques. When it comes to this particular strategy, it's important to note that you'll need access to a betting exchange, as it relies on the lay function rather than traditional betting. Unlike a conventional trade where you're buying and selling positions based on market movements, this strategy is more of a bet against an outcome, specifically laying the half-time score. This can be done with a typical bookmaker, but it's important to consider they don't offer the same flexibility or market depth as betting exchanges like Betfair or Smarkets. One of the key benefits of this strategy is its simplicity and accessibility. It's a manual process, which means you're in control of your trades, selecting them based on analysis. You don't need fancy software or automation to make it work, just a betting exchange account and the ability to place lay bets. And the best part? It's entirely doable from your mobile phone using apps like Betfair. Whether you're at home or on the go, you can easily monitor markets, armed with your research data, and execute trades with just a few taps on your device, making this incredibly user-friendly for both seasoned traders and beginners alike. So let's delve into the strategy. The core of this strategy revolves around laying the half-time correct score and capitalising on second half goals. A concept that sounds simple but requires precision and smart selection of matches. The goal is to identify where second half scoring is highly probable, allowing you to profit from price movements in the betting markets. The real challenge lies in selecting the right matches to trade on, which is where Sports IQ comes into play. Now, Sports IQ's advanced filtering system allows us to sift through extensive match data to pinpoint ideal trading opportunities, eliminating much of the guesswork that often leads to losses. To set up this strategy, we rely on a series of specific filters that narrow down the best possible games for this approach. Let's walk through these step by step, starting with the first filter, which is GP, or games played. This metric is crucial because it provides a baseline of recent form, giving us a solid foundation of data to work with. You need a minimum of 8 games played for a team before you can reliably use this as a strategy, as anything less would be based on incomplete or inconsistent form data. The more matches played, the more accurate and reliable the team's current performance and trends become, making it easier to predict outcomes like goal scoring patterns. Next, we implement 3 important goal filters: the 0.5 goals, 1.5 goals and 2.5 goals, focused on season-long stats. The 0.5 goals filter is set at 100%, meaning we're looking for games where at least one goal has been scored in every match so far. For the 1.5 goals, we set the threshold at 90% or higher, ensuring that the vast majority of games involve at least 2 goals. Finally, the 2.5 goals filter is set to 60% or higher. This step is crucial in identifying high-scoring teams or matchups with potential for multiple goals, especially in the second half, where the market often underestimates the likelihood of additional goals being scored. The real value in these filters is their ability to pinpoint matches where goals are a common feature, setting up ideal opportunities for laying the half-time correct score. The final two filters fine-tune the selection process even further. So the fifth filter, the second half goals 0.5 plus, is set to 60% or higher. This ensures we're focusing on matches where second half goals are frequent, further increasing the likelihood of profiting from this strategy. The last piece of the puzzle is the favourite in the match odds, under 2.0 odds. Although this filter isn't yet integrated into Sports IQ's system, it's still an essential step. You'll need to manually check the Betfair odds market to confirm there is a clear favourite with odds below 2.0 before moving forward with your lay bet. This filter ensures that the match is not too evenly balanced, as one-sided contests often produce more predictable outcomes, increasing the reliability of this strategy. Now, how does it work? So the mechanics of this strategy are very straightforward. Instead of placing a lay bet on the correct score market, we will focus on the next goal market on Betfair and place our lay bet based on the current scoreline. For example, if the score is 0-0 at half-time, rather than laying the 0-0 correct score, we lay the next goal market, which would be the 0.5 market. If it's 1-0, we lay the next goal market, which would be the 1.5 market, and so on. This approach capitalises on the likelihood of a goal being scored in the second half. The significant advantage of using the next goal market is that it's much more efficient. When a goal is scored, the market automatically closes, and your profit is locked in immediately. With the correct score markets, while a goal secures your profit, you only receive it at the end of the match when those markets officially close. Managing your liability remains crucial, but the next goal market simplifies this by offering faster resolutions. Let's say you lay the next goal market with the score at 0-0 at odds of 4 with a £100 stake. Your liability would be £300, just like in the correct score market. However, if a goal is scored, your profit of £100 minus your commission is secured immediately as the market closes with that goal. On the other hand, if no goals are scored, you would lose your £300 liability. The key difference here is that the next goal market gives you immediate closure and clarity and saves you from waiting until the end of the match. This makes it a much more efficient and practical tool for traders looking to take advantage of second half goals without the added wait time of the correct score market staying open until the final whistle. So let's take a look at the odds. One of the most important aspects of executing this strategy is understanding the odds at which to place your lay bets. As with any strategy, the goal is to minimise liability while maximising potential returns. In an ideal scenario, traders want to lay at the lowest odds possible to reduce their liability, but this can be challenging when using this particular approach. With the filters set up on Sports IQ, we're presented with fixtures that have a high probability of second half goals, and naturally, this expectation of goals is reflected in the market odds, which are often higher at half time. Sometimes, market inefficiencies present more favourable odds at half time, but more often than not, the odds will be priced accurately with the expectation of a goal or multiple goals in the second half, making it harder to find low-risk trades. At half-time, the odds for laying the next goal market can vary greatly depending on the match. Odds could range from as high as 10.0 to as low as 4.0 at the start of the second half, which can create substantial liabilities for traders. For instance, laying a £10 bet at odds of 10.0 would expose you to a £90 liability, meaning you stand to win £10 or potentially lose £90. Many traders are understandably hesitant to take on this level of risk, especially with such an unfavourable risk to reward ratio. Instead, they prefer to wait until the second half begins, allowing time to pass and the odds to decay. As the game progresses without a goal, the odds naturally shorten, often within the first 15 minutes, leading to a more manageable liability for those willing to wait. This strategy allows traders to enter the market at a lower risk point, ensuring that their liability is reduced while still maintaining the potential for profit. In my experience, many traders choose to wait for the odds to decay, typically entering around the 60th minute mark. At this point, the odds could have shortened to anywhere from 4.5 down to 3.0, offering a more favourable liability. For example, laying £10 at odds of 4.5 would reduce your liability to £35, while laying at odds of 3.0 would limit your risk to just £20, both of which are much more manageable compared to the liabilities faced at half time. It's ultimately a personal decision whether you lay immediately at half time or wait for the odds to shorten, but it's important to remain disciplined. If a goal is scored before you've entered the trade, the opportunity is lost. At this point, I would advise walking away from the trade altogether, as anything beyond this point is essentially betting without the support of data, and the strategy loses its statistical edge. So let's take a look at backtesting with the strategy with favourites under 2.0. Now that we've set up our filters, let's see how they perform in the backtest. This time we'll focus on matches where the favourite in the match odds is priced under 2.0, running two separate tests, one for a favourite in the home team and one for a favourite in the away team. So let's take a look at the home team. In the test, we found that 387 matches where the home team was the favourite with odds under 2.0, the results were as follows: 387 matches played, 349 successes and 38 failures. This gives us a strike rate of 90.18% and a failure rate of 9.82%. Let's break this down financially using a fixed £100 lay stake at odds of 4, which will give us a £300 liability per trade. So 349 successful trades at £100 equals £34,900. 38 losing trades at £300 liability equals £11,400. So the total profit from the home team favourite is £34,900 minus £11,400 gives us £23,500. So let's have a look at the away team under 2. So we've run the same test for the matches where the away team was the favourite, and the results are as follows: 206 matches played, 175 successes and 31 failures. This gives us a strike rate of 84.95% and a failure rate of 15.05%. Again, using the same financial model, 175 successful trades at £100 equals £17,500, and 31 losing trades at a £300 liability gives us £9,300. So the total profit for the away team favourite is £17,500 minus £9,300, which gives us £8,200. So when we combine the results from the home and away test, the overall profit is the home team is £23,500 and the away team profit is £8,200. So the total combined profit is £23,500 plus £8,200, which gives us a total profit of £31,700. To calculate the ROI, we use the total liability across both tests. Each trade carries a liability of £300 and we had a total of 593 matches. So total liability is 593 matches times £300, which gives us £177,900, and the profit was £31,700. So the ROI is the profit divided by total liability times 100. So that will give us 31,700 divided by 177,900 times 100, and that gives us 17.82%. So the overall return on investment using these filters is a very impressive 17.82%. The backtesting results clearly demonstrate the value of Sports IQ's advanced filtering system, particularly when focusing on favourites with odds under 2.0. By incorporating these filters, you're laying a strong foundation for profitable trading. Whether the favourite is playing at home or away, this strategy provides consistent long-term value by targeting matches with higher statistical chances of second half goals. By concentrating on games with clear favourites, you're trading in markets where outcomes are more predictable, giving you an edge when it comes to identifying profitable opportunities. One of the main reasons to use Sports IQ's filters is the data-backed approach to second half goals, a pattern that emerges in many top leagues. Research and statistics show that goals are more likely to be scored in the second half of games, and this trend is something you can capitalise on with the right information. Instead of relying on guesswork or intuition, focusing on key data points like match favourites and teams with proven scoring abilities in the second half transforms this strategy into a more calculated, reliable approach. By zeroing in on these metrics, you're not just hoping for a favourable outcome, you're betting based on proven statistical trends that increase your chance of success. Ultimately, using Sports IQ allows you to make smarter, data-driven decisions rather than relying on gut feelings or emotional bets. By leveraging precise data, you increase your odds of profitability while reducing the risk associated with guesswork. This systematic, fact-based approach is what sets successful traders apart. As we wrap up, it's crucial to remember that discipline is key to successfully executing this strategy with Sports IQ. While it can be tempting to deviate or chase trades, sticking to the plan we've outlined will give you the best chance of success. Make sure you're using the filters correctly, choosing matches with clear data-driven edges, and managing your liability wisely. Whether you decide to lay at halftime or wait for the odds to decay into the second half, always keep your risk under control. Patience and discipline will ultimately be your greatest allies in sports trading. Finally, make sure you're executing all the key points I've discussed in this video. From setting up your filters on Sports IQ to carefully managing your entry points and liabilities, each step is vital to maximising your profits and minimising unnecessary risk. Consistency is what separates successful traders from the rest. So thanks for watching, and remember to like this video, leave us a comment and subscribe for more in-depth strategies and tips on improving your sports trading success. Now all that's left to say is, I've been James, this is the Lay the Halftime Correct Score, and we are all trading the market. Until next time, happy trading.